Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's wait a few minutes, let people jump in, and then we shall begin this live. Hi, Cassandra. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I've been having fun all day.
Everything, you good? You're doing more content?
Yes, most
Oh, I can't hear
definitely.
you. 1 second. Yeah, you're pushing out the content, right?
Yes.
Good, excellent. So, is there any question you want to learn about? Because I'll go on about the mind, but I mean, before I do that, since you're the only one on so far, you can ask a question if you wish, and then I can help you.
Oh, I had a question for you. So you've been posting on I want to say Instagram about picking the 27 people or whatever. Am I included in that group? And if not, how can I be?
No, that's it's online coaching. That's it's
Oh.
a new thing. Yeah, it's individualized. It's monthly, and it's to the higher end, like price wise. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, we can talk about it later if you wish. And then I can give you more information about it. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's a month by month thing, and it's designed to be like customized towards the person, and it's done monthly. Like so basically I put you on a path. I will design your protocol, but you will have certain progressions. Like month one will be like a transition, and it will be specific, like you know what to do. And then month two will be more of a deeper cleanse. And month three, it's like regeneration, trying to regenerate. So it's very systemized. It's a complete it's actual coaching, put it that way. Okay, like the Skool community, basically, I come on, I talk to you, the protocols are there, I guide you best way I can, but the coaching is individualized to the person. That makes sense?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, tell me how much I'll save up. You know me. I don't believe in barriers.
That's beautiful. I'll let you know. I'll definitely let you keep you in contact. And yeah, for you, you are on a different level for sure. You have what it takes. There's no doubt in my mind you're gonna succeed in everything you do. The fact that you said that it alone speaks volume, right? Don't ever let anything come in your way. If you say to yourself, I don't have money, guess what? You will never have the money. But if you say to yourself, I'll figure a way out, I'll get it, you'll get it. It's like night and day, the way you think. It's so important. We get a lot of applications for this coaching. I'll say about 60% of people write and they have really, really bad stuff going on. And they say, no, I can't afford it. Like straight out say I can't afford it. What are you telling your mind? What are you telling your body? What are you telling the universe? You're telling the universe exactly what you're saying. The right wording should be, hey, I don't have it, I'll figure it out. Right? That's how the mindset should be. It's not about the money. Money is not the issue. It's about your mindset. How's your mindset? How do you view life? How you view life is how your life will be. It's so subtle, but it's very, very important. Same with health. I always tell people, make the assumption that you're healthy. Just pretend. Pretend you're healthy. What I mean by that, I don't mean like you can fake your pain.
Right.
You can't hide the pain. But your day-to-day actions should be like you're healthy. It should be like act like a healthy person. Don't lie in bed and cry. Get up, do your best. Some people can't do it, don't get me wrong, but your entire mindset should be of a winner. A winner is not somebody who's better than another person. A winner is somebody who doesn't say no to themselves and believes they can achieve whatever they want. They may not know how to achieve it. That's not the question. But we live in a day and age where information is free, it's an abundance. But the one thing that's lacking for everybody is action, is taking action, and there's a mindset. And it's not our fault either. It's how we grew up. If you
Yeah.
if you don't recognize that you have a problem, if you don't recognize that you have a weak mindset, then that's a problem in itself. But if you recognize that no, my mindset is not where it should be, it could be better, then you find the steps to fix it, then you're on the right path. But a lot of people, they'll just accept whatever they have and they say, oh no, I can't do this because of that, or there's always some kind of excuse. You can find a way. If you really want to succeed, you will find a way. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
That,
I've had a real messed up childhood. Like I remember Tracy touching on that last Zoom call, but I'm here.
yeah.
And I didn't just say, oh, woe is me and I'm sorry for me. I had to survive, so I'm here. And I'm gonna continue to do so. Like when I was telling you earlier, like Dad, I don't have money, I can't afford it. Now I'm gonna figure this class out, I'm gonna be here. People make a way when they want. when they really want it. And I really, really want this. And I'm not going to let me being on Social Security like hinder me from progressing.
Exactly. You deserve a life of abundance. Everybody watching this deserves a life of abundance. And don't believe in 1 second that you can't get it because you can. All of you watching this can be successful. You can. There's nothing stopping you. I don't care if you're a dirt poor, you can't like we have all been through stuff. If I tell you where I came from, you probably won't believe it. But I'm from West Africa, Ghana. And when I say I was 14 by myself, I mean I was by myself. I had to hustle. Like I couldn't afford to go to work one way. I had to walk. And when I say go to work, I mean like kilometers, like miles and miles. Not ones that I complain, not ones that I say I felt sorry for myself. I did the work. I
Yep,
literally did the
because you
work.
had to do it. You
You gotta
had to
do it.
do
You
it.
gotta do it. So everybody has some kind of trauma. Everybody has some kind of issue. But
Right, right.
that's your fuel. That's your fuel. Don't let it be a burden on you. There's nothing you can't have. You're watching this right now. I want you to believe. Don't believe me, but just test it. There's nothing you can't have. If you're willing to put the time, the effort, you're willing to learn, you will succeed. Health, wealth, spirituality, I don't care what it is, you will succeed. It's a given law. If you put a lot of passion and emotion into what you want, you will get it. You will get it. Time's the factor, and patience. And are you able to do the work when you don't feel like doing it? That's when you know you're winning. If you can do the work when you feel like you don't feel like doing it, when you're down, you don't feel right, and you're doing the work, you're winning. You're a winner. You'll always be a winner. So that's the
Right.
kind of mindset I'm trying to instill. That's also part of the coaching as well, because I try and teach people to have a new self-identity. Like, what does that mean? It means like so you don't like the person who you are right now, not because it's a bad person, but because you have some weaknesses and you're not strong. So how would the version of you be like the one that's wealthy, the one that's healthy, the one that's spiritually in touch with the divine? How would they act? And also how would they think? Surely they're not the same person you are now, because if they were the same person as you are now, then you would have all those things anyways. So you have to sit down and think for a second, how would that person act? And if you don't know how or you can't figure it out, then go to Instagram, go on TikTok, and follow people who have the lifestyle you want. Yeah, some of them can be fake. I get it. I understand 100%. But it doesn't matter. If your mind can comprehend what it would be like if you had that, and you follow those people not because you want to follow them necessarily as an individual, but because the lifestyle they're showing you is what you want. Now your mind is conditioned to believe that's possible. And once the mind
Right.
believes it's possible, you win. But if you don't believe it's possible, you'll never win. For instance, let's say you wanted to have a nice car. Okay, you go follow somebody who has nice cars. And rather than criticize them, you appreciate them and you say, if he can get it or she can get it, I can too. You go and find somebody who's healthy. If they can get healthy, I can too. That's how you got to think. So always be from a place of possibility and believe. And also always show gratitude. When you wake up in the morning, make sure before you get out of the bed, you say thank you, to the divine, whoever you believe in. Just say thank you for the small things. Find 3 things you can be thankful for. It could be like I can breathe, or I can do the basic stuff. I can do it. So I'm grateful. Thank you, the divine. If you don't say thank you to the small stuff, how can you get the big stuff? You can't. You can't get the big stuff. It's not possible. And a grateful mind operates in a place of positivity. So your life becomes better anyways. And when your life becomes better in terms of mentally, your life becomes better physically, spiritually, and health, and also success, wealth. Okay. Wealth should be looked upon as your right. It doesn't mean that you should be greedy. It just means that wealth is your right. The divine put you here. If you look out around you, everything is of abundance. Everything is abundant. Everything. It's how you're looking at it that's the problem. When it snows and everyone complains about the snow, that's abundance. That's abundance of snow. When you see it's dry as in the desert, that's abundance of sand. It's abundance everywhere. It's how you look upon it. It's the mind, your mind. You got to fix your mind, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I try to instill in people, because how can you put a value on your health? Like on the coaching questions I give people, the online coaching is like, are you willing to invest this? And the answer is no. There's two questions. So I give them the amount. I said, are you willing to invest it? They say no. And I said to them, is it worth it if you could get your health back? How much are you willing to pay for it? And a lot of people put negative answers to both. And that tells me immediately that they will not make it. Not because they can't, because they have blocked themselves already. They can't even try because they believe deep inside that they can't do it, because how you speak How you speak to yourself and how you speak to others is how your life will be manifested. If you speak in lack, you get lack. If you speak with abundance, you get abundance. Don't for one second think that there's scarcity out there. There's no scarcity. If the scarcity is because of your mindset. So fix the mindset. Find a way and fix it. In my Skool community, I do have a mind section. If I were you, I'd go and look it over. I put 3 videos in there, and I said to you, watch those 3 videos over and over and over. And when I say over, I mean 100 or 1,000 times. That's how obsessed you should be. Because when you listen to something once, you think you got it, but you didn't get it. When you listen to 10 times, it becomes clearer. When you listen to 100 times, it becomes even clearer. And 1,000 times, you become a master. You haven't got it. And the same thing I teach people on the Skool community. You want to learn how to heal, go over my video on the lymphatic system or my protocol and read it over 100 times and 1,000 times. Um, you don't believe me, but after the 1,000 times, your level of understanding will be at a different level. That's how you get better at anything you do in your life. How you get better. So if you're watching this right now, I'm doing my Skool community a Zoom call, but I brought you on to have a taste of it. Um, Sense of community is important. You need to have people to support you, people of like mind. In Indian Eastern philosophy and spirituality, they call it sadhana. It means that expose yourself to the things you want to be like. So if you want to be spiritual, then hang around spiritual people. If you want to be wealthy, hang around wealthy people. If you want to heal, hang around people who are healing. That's how you get better because you are the product of your environment. The 5 people around you is who you are. Okay, some people are spiritually very strong and don't have people around them, but they still thrive. And some people are like that. They're
Yeah.
rare, though. Okay,
Yeah.
they're very rare. I'm like that. I've always been a recluse, not socially into social things, but I'm very nice and kind to people. And when people are in my world, you see that I give them all the love they need. But I'm fine being alone. I'm perfectly
That's
fine.
me.
Yeah,
That's totally me.
beautiful.
I'm not socially awkward. I just choose not to be social. You think from my videos that I do this all the time. I really don't. I can't stand social media, especially because of what it's become.
Yeah,
I'm, I'm trying to move because I've been engrossed in plants and trees and herbs, and the neighborhood I live in doesn't appreciate things like that. So I need to go because it's really messing with my spirit. But I
yeah,
love people. I just
yeah.
don't want to be around them really.
Well, when you are in tune like that, then definitely you're on the right path. I'm telling you, keep on doing what you're doing, and you see you break free. It's just a matter of time. Believe. As this is a mindset thing, I'll go over the law of assumption as I know it from experience. So the law of assumption is not it's not necessarily a mystical thing, although everything is mystical around us and we are mystical. I say that so you can relate to it. But a law of assumption basically means you act as if. You act as if. It's a deep belief inside that you are who you want to be when the 3D world doesn't necessarily say so. For instance, you say that you are healthy. So whenever you speak, you say I am. I am is the name of the divine. You are saying I am. It's a claim. And when you say I am this, then that claim becomes true. Say it enough times, the claim becomes true. That's why you should never say I am an X. You put the disease name. Never say that. Never claim the so-called disease. You never do that. And if you catch yourself doing that, make sure you reverse it and you say I am healthy or I am this. Always to the positive because whatever you say I am to is the divine. I am is actually is what we call God or the divine. It represents the divine. But even there's something beyond I am. I am is the physical manifestation of awareness or whatever you can see with your eyes, but it's not the true source. Is the highest source as far as the mind can comprehend, but there is something beyond that that makes awareness possible. I was going to talk about it a bit on this, but for some people it might be too advanced. But it's not that it's advanced for you. It's just like you haven't awoken yet to see it. That's all. And because we live in a world where we like the physical and we only take the physical, then if you're more bound to the ego self, then you will not accept that.
Try me out. You never know.
What do you say?
Try me out. You never know.
Well, the links are in the Skool. Did you go over the links?
Okay. The thing about Skool, I've been going through your videos and stuff like I'm actually in the classroom one by one. So I'm
Yeah.
like behind because I don't want to skip anything.
Yes, but there's no rush. Like what I'm saying, like yes, you're doing it correctly. So when you go to the Skool community, when you're done, it tells you to check it off, right? It becomes green.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
But the mind section is small and it's separate. So you can go to
All right.
the mind section, go over it. The mindset is the most important thing, right? If you don't have the right mindset, you can't heal. It's not possible. Like people heal without actually officially training the mind, but they do so believing they can anyways, and it's automatic. But so a lot of people, they've been through a lot of trauma, childhood, you name it, and it has scarred them to the point where they're carrying their ailments and they don't even know it because it's automatic. See, most people out there are working on auto mode. They are literally on automatic. Like 99.9% of people are on automatic. They think they are aware or they are awake, but they're not. They're asleep. They are completely asleep. When I say asleep, they are asleep spiritually. They are not awaking at all. And when you go and try and wake them up, they get angry at you because, first of all, don't try and wake anybody up. It's not your place. But even if you did by mistake try to awaken them, you would see they would get really angry because they love their sleep and they love their comfortability. The human being is so we're so beaten up that we believe in comfort. So we would rather suffer in comfort than be courageous and
Right.
go out to the unknown and be uncomfortable, but get what we want. So a lot of people
Right.
fall into comfort. Don't fall into comfort. I'm not saying put yourself out there in extreme cases, but I'm saying step out your zone, look at yourself and see where you're weak, and then say to yourself, I gotta do something about this. I have to do something about this. And force is not the answer. It's about knowing who you are. That's why in the Skool community, I didn't post that yet, but I do have a section called self-identity, getting a new self-identity. There are steps you can take to to make yourself the better version of who you want to be, and make the assumption that you are that person, even though it's not yet true in the physical world. Um, when you take a new self-identity, things become effortless. It's no longer about struggle. It's no longer about wanting something because you realize that you are that already. So if you are that already, why would you struggle to be that thing? Right? Like
Mhm.
if you wanted health and you believed you are healthy, why would you struggle to get the health? You're already healthy. So the diet becomes effortless, the herbs become effortless, the way you act becomes effortless. It's no longer a struggle. And this is very important. It's called the flow, or you get into the right kind of flow system. So these things are not hard. It's just it's anything that's hard you shouldn't do. But when it's effortless, then you know you're on the right path, right? And that's what I'm trying to teach people to know and accept, right? So yeah. So is anybody else on the Skool community wants to come up, you feel free, Cassandra, and yeah, we'll get back to you. Or if any questions, you feel free and reach out to me and keep on doing the videos. Something's gonna click. You see, you not believe it. Anybody on the Skool Zoom who wants to come up, feel free and do so. You have to unmute yourself. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, for the if you Cassandra, if you want to know about the deep spiritual stuff, there's a book I linked up there. Unfortunately, that book is I think you have to purchase it, but there is free info on YouTube, I believe. But remember, a book is not going to show you how to awaken. A book is like a book is like an exit. When you're in a room in North America and you look and you see the fire exit, it says exit. That's not the exit. That's a sign for the exit. So a book can direct you to the path, but it can help you get across. It's not the actual exit. My point is right. So you have to actually go into the room where it says exit. You have to exit the room for you to understand who you are. No amount of knowledge, no amount of books can help you awaken. It's not possible. But the knowledge and the books can point you in the right direction. And a time will come when it's right, a teacher appears. When I say a teacher, it doesn't necessarily have to be a human. It can be anything. It could be something simple as a tree, or something simple as a book, or a word, or it comes in the right time when you're ripe, and it awakens you up. And then when it awakens you up, you can never go back to sleep. I say that in a beautiful way. I don't mean that you can't physically sleep again. I mean like you understand who you are and why you are here. Okay, that's it's. I wish people could understand it. I've tried to many times to try and explain it, but it's impossible for the mind to understand what's not physically. What? How can you understand what makes the mind possible? How can the mind understand what makes the mind possible? It's impossible, right? So it's a bit like what we see is a screen, and the projector is putting us on the screen, but we're not the screen, nor are we the projector itself. We are beyond that. That makes sense, but it probably doesn't. But
Nah, I get it. I get it
it's hard,
because
hard to explain, right? It's very hard to explain.
but I get
Nobody.
it because it's more to whatever's going on with me right now. But well, no, the last few years it's more to me than this, and I think I'm in the right direction. But like you said, I got the signs, but I'm not there. But I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, are you talking about your self-awakening or your general
Yeah,
direction, where you're going? Well,
awakening.
you cannot, let's put it this way. For you to be yourself, you cannot take on something on you. You're already yourself. Does that make sense? If someone puts something on you to become who you are, who you really are, then it's not true. Awakening means that you realize it's self-awakening. You are awakening to who you are. It's not an addition process. It's a subtraction process, right?
Mm,
Basically, you strip your. When I say strip, I mean, okay, forget that you are a man and woman. Forget that forget everything you know about yourself, concept-wise. What remains after that? There's no name for that, and there's no definition of that, and also there's no awareness of that. That is your true self. You cannot identify with that thing because that thing makes your ego possible, or at least allows the mind to be. If that's not present, the mind will not exist. You will not exist either, and awareness will not exist. So a lot of people they read these books and they're like, I'm in the now. I believe I'm in the now. This is not true. You cannot be in the now if you are conscious of being in the now. And some really, really well-known authors have written books and they've sold millions of copies. Not to say that's bad, but you cannot be in the now and be aware that you're in the now. If you are aware that you're in the now, you're not in the now. Doesn't make sense. It's common sense. People say they're doing yoga and they say, I'm in the now. No. Yoga, when you sit down and you so-called meditate, it's not meditation, that's concentration. You can't meditate. Meditation is effortless. If you are meditating, you're actually concentrating, which is a good thing, but it's not the same thing. Meditation is effortless. That means you are being without being, and concentration means that you are focusing on a singular thing, like your breath or your thoughts, or
mm,
you're trying to focus on one thing. That's concentration. But people in our modern society confuse the two. They call concentration meditation. Meditation is effortless. It means that basically you are there without being there. So you cannot be aware of you yourself as a meditative state. And if you see colors and you have astral projections, which I've experienced myself, it's not the reality either. Okay, it's not the reality. If you see experiences and great ones come in front of you, even the ones that you call divine come in front of you, is not true. It's not reality. It's still an illusion in you. So that's the highest understanding, and people don't understand that because our religions and have taught us to be fearful of questioning and fearful of embracing who we are. If you question, then you're not being true to the religion. So this is not about religion, but it's about being awakened to yourself. You can be a better Christian or whatever religion you are. It makes no difference. Knowing who you are makes you a better Christian. Sorry, versus just taking instructions and following rules. If you follow rules, who's following the rules? The ego is following the rules.
yeah.
The ego is the one that's the bad thing in you. Not your ego is stopping you from being who you are. It's a bit like you have a clouds and you have the sun. So the sun is always shining. That's your true self. And the ego is the clouds. Comes there and says, no, I'm in charge. But in actual fact, you're not in charge, but you are saying you're in charge. And as long as the ego is around, you can't see, the clouds around, you can't see the sun, or the sun is blocked. But when you identify with the sun only, the ego goes away, the cloud goes away, and you have clear skies. And you have a
That's
very,
funny because
yeah.
that would mean church is an ego.
They are all
Religion,
centered. Yes.
religion is an ego.
It is ego based, yes. The message is true. The delivery is not good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
spiritual. I don't have a denomination because I don't understand the separation.
There's no separation. Everything around us, without exception, is from one material. It's without exception. You cannot have one without the other. And this includes good and bad. That's why people make a mistake. They separate good and bad. No, everything is one. It comes from the same source. How you look upon it is the good and the bad. And that's the ego looking upon the good and the bad. Right? It's very simple, very simple, very subtle. This conversation I could have for hours and hours. But safe to say, the whole point of this is that, like, you have to awaken. When I say awaken, I mean at least recognize the fact that you don't know what you're doing, or at least recognize the fact that you don't have the answers. If you say you have the answers, but you don't, but you are you're deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself. So it's okay to question and go on your own journey. Every journey is going to be different. There are no two scenarios that are the same. Like, no two individuals could awaken the same way. Just like how everybody's unique, every single awakening is also unique. You can never duplicate another person's awakening. Some people have it easy, some people have it not so hard, easy. Well, if you're watching this and you're interested in this and you'd like to learn more, it's a good idea to join the Skool community or do your own journey, go your own path. The pathways, they're never wrong. They will lead you to eventually, they're all like river branches. So no matter what path you follow, there are river branches. Eventually, they'll get to the source. But how long can it take to get to the source? If you go the meditation route, it can take you lifetimes. If you go with the understanding path, it can take you quickly. It's a bit like, an ant on a tree. The ant wants to, if you want to climb the tree, right? Ant wants to get to the ground. If he climbs the tree down, it takes him forever to get to a destination. But if the ant was able to fly, or some will even get wings, the destination is cut in massively cut. So how does the ant learn how to fly? Well, we know that ants have wings. Yes, some ants have wings, but it's to know that they can fly, or at least they can try to fly or find a way to fly. Whereas the ant that is stubborn has a big ego and it says, no, I have to go down the tree, down the pathway, and end up to destination. So it takes a very, very long time, right? Okay. Anybody else wants to talk in the Skool community? I guess you guys just want to listen, but you don't. Let me see the questions.
So dark in here.
Hello, hi, how you doing?
No, I'm good. So I not my question is not about the awakening. I messaged it. This is Beverly. Beverly, I sent you a message a few minutes ago. So, but I wanted to get more on the coaching. I don't know.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, just you're part of the Skool community, right?
yes.
Yes, just send me a direct message. I'll send you the link. Okay,
Okay.
to see if you
Okay.
qualify. Yeah. About the coaching, I just want to say quickly about the coaching. So, people ask me like, why are you doing the coaching? Well, we get fantastic results. Like, I just spoke to a lady right now. I don't know if she's on, but and she'll verify. She was told she has lupus, and also that her parathyroid gland was hyperactive. Really, they're going to take out the thyroid and parathyroid. They're going to take it out. And she came to me, gave her a protocol. Has been as for I think a couple months. She completely turned it around, and the doctor told her that there's no need to take out the parathyroid gland. This kind of news, this kind of healing, everyone deserves this, and yet people will hesitate to heal their bodies. They'll give excuses. They'll say like, I can't follow the diet. My family won't encourage me. My work won't allow me. I'm always busy. My kids too much trouble. Um, they have this inner block inside their bodies that is not allowing them to move. Their mind, sorry, blocks and body as well. So they can't seem to make a decision. Like, if you knew for a fact that you would get better, how much money would you invest? Like, even if you don't have the money, would you go find the money and invest? I mean, why wouldn't you? The question is, why wouldn't you do it? That's what I can't get. But it's human nature because, like I said, people would rather suffer in comfort
I
than
actually had my thyroid taken out before, yeah, a
see.
few years ago.
You're not alone. Trust me, I see it all the time, and it's not your fault because you didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know. Like, that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
And now I have to be on a medication, a
The
lifetime
rest of your life.
medication.
I told the lady I spoke to, I said, thank God you saved it because cutting is not the solution. Because even if you cut it off, it's not addressing the root cause. But having it taken it out, don't feel bad about it. It's done. You cannot worry about the past, but you can thrive in the future. That's right. Never look
Okay.
back. Never look back at the past. It doesn't do you any good, anyways. And like,
Mm,
it's your opportunity to flourish and to grow and to transform your life and to get everything possible positive because you are put here for a reason. You are not put here to have small things. You are put here to have big things. That mindset should be yours. You should accept nothing else. You don't like where you're working, find a better job. You can do it. The only thing that's stopping you is comfort. There's no employer you can go to right now or somebody who you want to work for and say to them this exact same words. You say to them, hey, I want to work here. And just to prove to you that I'm good, I'll work for free for 2 weeks. There's no employer who will not hire you. I'll tell you why. Because that kind of mindset is lacking out there. Most people will never do that. When they go for an interview, they'll ask how much they're getting paid for. When you tell an employer how much you want for pay, he will not hire you. It's not because of the money, it's because of the attitude. But when you go to any, let's say your dream job is across the street, you go in there, ask for the owner or the manager and say, listen, I'll work for free just to prove to you that I'm good. That I can take instructions, that I will go above and beyond. You need someone like me in your business because I will not only do what you ask me, I will over excel. And don't worry about the money. And after the 2 weeks, if you have done exactly what you said you did and you're about to leave, they'll ask you to stay and they'll ask you how much you want because you are too valuable to lose. You can hire anyone off the street, but they're not going to be like you. No way. So there's no excuse. You can improve your life in any way, shape or form. You don't have the finances, go find it. Use exactly what I told you. 99% of people, owners, will hire you. They'll hire you without question, but don't bring up money. Don't say, how much am I getting paid? That's the worst thing to ever do. But say to them, I want to learn. I'm good at what I do. I don't have the knowledge, maybe the skill you need, but I can learn. And also, I don't cut corners. I go above and beyond. If you do that, there's no job you can get. Even if the skill is out of your reach, the person is willing to train you or pay for you to train because that kind of mental, the way you speak in, it's infectious, it's powerful, and you need that, right? So don't let it stop you. You're only stopping yourself. If you can't afford something, it's true, you can't afford it because you have decided you can't. The right word is, I choose not to afford. I choose not to buy it now. It's better than saying I can't afford it. Because if you say I can't afford it, that means you are saying 100% you can. But if you say I choose not to buy it right now, because you could buy it right now, you can go and loan money. You can go and ask your family and friends. You can find a way, an honest way of finding the money. That's not an excuse. The real thing you're saying is that, nah, I like my comfort better. I like my pain better. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Because if you don't have health, you have nothing. You can have your $20,000 in the bank or your $10,000 in the bank. It's going to sit there. And then when you don't feel well, that money is going to be used to get you on meds. And it reaches a point you need meds because herbs don't act as fast as meds. So when you get to a point where you're in pain and you have waited so long and the pain is magnified now you're going to be relying on the meds because they can give you instant relief. Herbs take a time to work because herbs work at the deep cellular level. So if you are wise, you use herbs now to heal your body so that you don't get to a position where you're stuck. That's why many people have helped. One lady, she was much older, I think close to 80s, and she said, I wish I had found you earlier, but the pain I'm experiencing right now is too much, like even second by second, that I can't be without the meds. And when I get off it, I'm in intense pain because I become, addicted to it.
Addicted.
Yes. So don't if you're watching this, don't let that happen to you. If you need the coaching, reach out to me. I'll guide you. If you really want to change, it will not only change you in terms of your health wise, but it's going to change you in terms of your mental attitude because the person who gets better and becomes healthier now has the tools and the belief and the mindset to be a better version of themselves. Like a lot of people have trained, they become their own mini healers and they start to help people. So they've taken the knowledge and they become their own versions of their own healers and they're helping other people as well. So that could be a career path for you. Or you can choose to go become a herbalist. FYI, I recommend that if you're going to be a herbalist, don't become like a traditional herbalist because whilst you may know about the herbs, it doesn't make you a good healer. I have every single herbal designation there is because me, I'm obsessed on what I do. That's one thing about me is that when I say I'll do something, I'll do it. You may be better than me in terms of maybe smarter, but you will never beat me because I'm more persistent. And when you're sleeping, I'm awake. That's the difference between me and most people. It's not a flex. It's just my nature, and that's how exactly you gotta be. You gotta be. Think to yourself, that 20 minutes you spent on your Netflix could have been spent on educating yourself, or could have been spent on learning a new skill, but you wasted it. Don't be the person who wastes their skills. If you want to be good at what you do, get skillful, right? It's that simple. But yeah, I recommend that you learn from me and you combine it with the herbs. Don't just do herbalism because herbalism, when you go and learn about herbs, they'll tell you, oh, okay, a patient comes in, give them a formula. You're well versed in the herbs, so you can give them a formula custom made with 8 herbs in there, and it's going to help them. But you have no idea about the actual diet. You have no idea about the fruits. You have no idea about the lymphatic system. You have no idea about the kidneys, and therefore you're not going to get the person a solution. You give them temporary relief, but you can't fix it. And that's what's lacking in our modern practitioners. They know how to give you supplements and herbs, but they don't know how to heal the body. It's a big difference, right? Okay. Anyone has a question? You can ask a question if you want, but I'll send you a link. If I don't send you a link, reach out to me, okay? On my
Okay.
DMs, please.
Okay, I think, yeah, you did respond to me a few hours ago.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, Beverly, just so you remember the name, you did respond to me. There
I
was
did, right?
something, a testimony you wanted me to share, and I was like, we'll
Yes.
share it when it's complete.
Well, no, don't share when it's complete. That's not my whole point. You share. Do you get some happiness? Do you get some success?
Yes.
Okay, so why can't you share that? That's my whole point. Like, don't wait for the perfect time. Nothing. You want to be better at something, do it. Like, why are you waiting? Waiting for what? Like, I mean, not you in particular, but in general, what are you waiting for? If you got 1% better or 10% better, isn't it a reason to celebrate? Aren't you telling the universe you want more?
Yeah.
Yes. Have
Okay,
confidence.
when we have the conversation DM then.
Okay, no problem. But I just want you to have that kind of mental attitude. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
don't say no to anything. Say yes. I mean, with moderation, of course. Don't do something silly, but like, don't
Mhm.
say no to everything. Someone comes and say, like Cassandra as an example. I said to her, do videos, and she wants to learn and then she wants to earn. I said, do videos. And a lot of people, I've asked a lot of people, and they'll say, no, I'm shy. I can't do it. You're shy because you haven't done it. You're shy because you haven't tried. But when you try, you realize how easy it is. You realize that, oh my God, this is simple. I could do something with this. If you don't move forward, at least when you move forward and you look ridiculous, at least you're moving forward and you're failing forward. But if you're standing there and waiting for the best time and opportunity to come, it will not come. It will not come. Most people are waiting for the perfect opportunity. That's why they always be waiting. You gotta move forward. You gotta be aggressive. You gotta want better health. Go get it. Try it. Because even if you went on a protocol and you didn't manage to do well, that meaning like, okay, one day you did well on the diet, the next day you didn't do well, then you fell off, then the next day you come back. At least you're moving forward. I'm sorry. So at least you're moving forward, right? So you want to always move forward, always have that mental attitude. Okay. So, anyone else? If those of you watching and want to be a part of this on Zoom calls, you got to join the Skool community. The community is a way of you to learn and a way to you to belong in a place where people are of like mind. Always find a place where you can be of like mind because the support helps you. You might not realize that, yeah, sure, maybe every day you don't partake in it, but you know that when you need help, there's a place to go. You know that there's someone there to support you. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. You go out there and buy something you don't want, some clothing, some food you shouldn't be eating, but you hesitate to spend on investing in yourself. You have to be very cautious of that and make sure that you take care of yourself first. Okay. Okay. Anyone, before I go, I have to rush, but anybody has a question on Zoom?
Just really quick, thank you so much.
Hey,
I
how you
just
doing?
love, like, it's so inspiring. I'm at work, sorry, so I'm rushed and then I got dropped. I was like, oh no. So thank you. I just
You're
really
welcome. You're
appreciate
welcome.
all your, like, it's just really uplifting. I do have a question because I'm really recommending because I'm finding a lot of people have the lumps and tumors and even cancer. And so I'm recommending the poke root and castor oil. So I know you have a specific protocol, but so I just can it be left on more than an hour? I know you probably
Well,
said it places, but I can't
that,
remember.
if you're dealing in that situation, then I would address it differently. Whenever you're dealing with that situation, you always have to make sure you're addressing it internally first. So
Okay. Yeah.
you want herbs for the kidneys and the lymphatic system. Don't even
Yeah.
attempt on the external until you attempt on the internal, because those lump and bumps on the skin are only a reflection of what's going on inside. So
Well, it is on the inside. They are on the inside. One client has and she's going forth with the surgery anyways, but it's breast cancer.
no,
But I
no, I
said,
meant what I was trying to say is that putting the pork and castor oil on it can help, but
yeah.
it's gonna forcefully push it out. But she's obviously congested already, he or she. So
Yes.
it's not a good idea to use that without addressing the kidneys and the lymphatic system. Does it
Correct.
make sense?
Yep.
And
Yep.
the diet has to be on point, because if you push something externally, like for instance, I always tell people, don't do a massage, a lymphatic massage, if you're in pain. People don't get it, and
Okay.
I'll explain to you why. When you do a lymphatic massage, you are pushing the waist, and the lymph nodes are clogged. So you're pushing the waist towards the lymph nodes. They got nowhere to go.
Okay.
You're gonna
Okay.
hurt your body. So that's not the
Okay.
key. The key is hydrate with the fruits first. Use the herbs,
Okay.
kidneys, two kidney formulas, a lymphatic formula. Then you
Okay.
use the coconut castor oil externally on it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, like your Fab Five, right? So I should say do the Fab Five. Yeah,
That's
I've
the
told
base.
as the base. Yeah. And yeah, and then because I've told them they should do the fruit cleanse and cleanse their lymph system and all of that, but I'll emphasize that because
Yes, and then
yeah,
you
okay.
alkalize the body. So you want the grapes, you want cucumber, you want some
Great.
salad, you want wheatgrass in moderation. These are alkalizing. Or and you can also use short-term baking soda and lemon. You see it online a lot, but the way you use it is very different. Don't use it like what most people say. Don't use it on a daily basis, and don't use it for a long term. It's a fast alkalizer, so you can use baking soda about half teaspoon with two lemons. Okay.
Okay. I just saw that video
Yeah.
this morning.
Don't
So,
don't do it every day. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea
okay.
because the pancreas produces natural levels of it. You don't want to pancreas to get lazy, so you use it for short term just to alkalize, and then you stay with the fruits, as I mentioned, the watermelons, the alkalizing fruits, and then use the herbs.
Okay.
And then you see the person starts to get better. Of course, they will go through a healing crisis. You can't avoid that.
Okay.
They should understand that as well,
Okay. I'll
right?
emphasize that because it's two clients, one with colon cancer, but she's on a good, healthy diet. But I also have told her to cleanse the lymphs.
Yeah.
But I told them both to get the poke root castor oil
Okay.
for the external. But I'll emphasize how crucial it is to be doing, the
Yeah.
fasting and the herbs.
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm waiting for more of your videos where you're walking in nature.
I'm gonna. Actually went away this weekend, and then I work so much, so I'm gonna. But you know what, you were so inspiring because I was like, who cares if I'm tired at night? I just have to do it. I just have to every
Pick up
day.
the phone, go outside.
Yeah, just go
Don't worry about
outside.
looking. Here's the thing. Don't worry about looking pretty. What I mean by that, I
Okay.
mean like don't let that stop you. So like you're walking outside,
Right.
you're going in nature, and you're taking your dog for a walk or something like that. Pick up the phone and film it. People
Okay.
relate to that as opposed to someone who looks perfect, right?
Right.
Because we all social media, a lot of it is lies. So when they see someone who is authentic
Right.
and looks like them, like looks like everyday people,
Yeah.
there's more of a bonding versus when someone looks perfect and then they have this artificial lifestyle. No one relates to that,
Yeah.
right? Especially
Yep.
with AI now, people are looking for more for connection versus
Yeah.
fake stuff,
I
right?
do the same. If people have filters on or it doesn't look right, I'm like, nope, not watching that.
Yeah,
Next.
no. But
Yeah,
no, I
because
mean, authentic means that you who you are.
yeah,
So
right.
you can't hide that, right?
Right.
You can't
Yeah.
fake who you are. No one can do that. After a while, it comes out.
Yeah.
So just be who you are. Like, no matter who
Okay.
you are beautiful. Everybody is
Yeah.
beautiful. Even those who are not attractive are still beautiful because
Mhm.
they were created by the divine, and also they also have their own uniqueness and beauty. So beauty is in the eye
Mhm.
of the beholder. Not everyone will like the way you look. Some people will like you, some people won't like you. But if they
Right.
don't like you, that's on them. That's not on you.
Correct. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
awesome. Thank you.
Nice seeing you. Feel free to ask
Appreciate you
the
too.
Skool community as well. And all of you, if you want to be a part of it, join the Skool community. The link is on my Instagram account. I'll do my best to guide you, help you. If you want to make content, I'll help you learn as you earn. I will show you everything I know. Why? I believe that every one of us has the obligation to inspire another person to learn this and also to get better. Because if we as a society, if I help one person, that person is going to help another person, and it's a big chain reaction that can never be stopped. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who want to heal themselves, but also want to heal others, and who can make people aware, because some people are not aware they can heal themselves. They're just not aware. We've been trained to believe that we can't, but we can. So that simple awareness is going to bring a lot of people happiness, and that happiness is going to flow to you and to others around you. So everyone benefits. So if you want to be a part of it, join the Skool communities on my Instagram. And I'll see all of you guys later. Thank you so much for all showing up, okay? And I'll try and do more of these. I know I didn't do one for 2 weeks, but I'll make sure I do more.
Well,
Okay?
you're busy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bless you. Have a wonderful
Bye,
rest of the
everybody.
week.